how you managed to make wrestling in a dress work for yourself in WWE. I've always been curious how that actually came about, and I feel like it's what a lot of people saw you as in WWE. So I'm curious just how that came about and how you made it work.
All right. We just talked about my extensive career on experience,
Yes.
being a worker. The places I worked, you learn as you go all the way through and adapt to different characters. What people don't understand is that they think I've just been Big Vito. Everybody forgets I was Skull Von Crush, a German,
Mhm.
right? I also was Uncle Chester, where I had the light bulb, the box. I adapted to that. I was a Harry Krishna. I thought that was going to be $1 million thing because I believed in that gimmick. That was a great gimmick. People just got hot by seeing me.
Yeah.
You know, pamphlets, Harry Krishna, Harry Krishna. You know, so um, then Sledgehammer Rock. You know, the construction worker from Staten Island, New York.
I
Then,
love that. Where
well,
which company was that for? I don't remember that one.
I was indie wrestling,
Oh,
like
indie
with
wrestling. Okay.
yeah. But these were different things I was doing because I was trying different gimmicks,
Hmm.
right? So the Uncle Chester thing with the box and the light bulb, I used to light the light bulb in my mouth, do the whole Uncle Fester thing. I had the moving hand out of the box. I
So
did
cool.
everything. It was, and I wrestled like George Steele. So,
Perfect. Yeah, like crazy. Yeah.
so when people look at that, that was a great gimmick, you know, I love that gimmick. You know, and you look at it today and you say, wow, you know, I did some great things. But then you go to being a mob guy, like Capo, like Big Vito, and then you know, you're going along and then you're vetoing the WWE with the FBI. Now, the thing I tell people is I was under federal investigation, and the WWE had to protect its name because kind of got involved in some stuff they shouldn't have. So my persona on TV changed all of a sudden. So to show like I was a loco crazy, the dress. It was just like Vinny the Chin walked around in a bathrobe, which people never figured out, right? So
Right.
you say, how did I work this gimmick? I had to be me. I had to wear a dress. So it was like, okay, be this tough son of a bitch and doesn't get his ass kicked. That's Vito. Then you go along and you come up with little things in a ring. When the rule number one, when you're a heel, you want the baby face to sell for you, right?
Yeah.
So I said, yeah, got to make sure I sell for the heels. This way I get over. Makes sense, right?
Hmm.
They used to tell me, Vito, you need to have a steady comeback. So I adapted a comeback. I never was a babyface before, so I adopted that. Um, Being tough, being able to be rugged, but have my guys be tough with me, extra tough. And I said, you know, guys, that Vito, come on, I don't want to do this, you know. I'm like, I said, guys, you got to. This is because this is the only way I'm going to get over. So every night, I took a fucking ass kick. I took an ass kick. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So when they saw it got over, all of a sudden I went on this winning streak up to the point where I worked myself up to a championship match against Booker T.
Yep.
I was that close to being world champion. But then the wonderful world of politics and wrestling, I went to do the CW network that morning, come to the arena. They pulled me in the office and then they told me, Vito, you're not going to do your match tonight. I was devastated. I was like, why? I said, I've been working my ass off. I says, why? Well, you know, the network wants the Undertaker. And I was like, not cool. But I knew it was politics. I knew it was behind the scenes. If they would have gave me the title with the dress, could have been iconic because nobody would ever think a guy in a dress could be world champion, right? But
Yeah.
at that time, nobody thought I was going to get the gimmick over to where I'd be world famous. I mean, it was, I posed in Playboy magazine with the dress and
Right.
did a great layout, respectfully, tastefully, got
Mhm.
my face on the cover, got the centerfold. You're talking like great stuff like that. And then, I don't get to be, I don't get have my moment. Then when it came to the pay-per-views, I would be given vignettes only. And people wanted to see me wrestle. And they said, okay, what's going on here? Why are they holding me back? Because a lot of people don't know. They say, yeah, it was a rib. No, there was a lot of thing behind the scenes going on that I had to protect myself, and they had to protect their company.
Their image, yeah.
So, it got to a point where it was like, okay, what do we do? And then it was Michael Hayes who came along. He has his own views on life, and this is nothing bad against Michael Hayes or anybody. And he just told me straight up, you can't have someone like you on the show. We need to change things. And that's legit conversation. And I said, okay. I went to Vince and I was upset. I worked my ass off and he said, Vito will come up with something for you. And I mean, I said, all right. So I went down to Deep South in OVW and I worked on this Muay Thai gimmick that I perfected. I trained Muay Thai, I did everything. And Mike Bucci and Steve Kern came to OVW, told me, Vito, you ready for TV? The next week I got cut.
Did you use the Muay Thai gimmick ever on the indies after? Or has anyone
I
ever seen
used it on the indies.
it? Okay. Well,
I
that's a
used it
good
on the indies, but people even today still want the dress.
yeah, that's
You
I
talk
agree.
for 20 years, they still talk about it, they still comment about it, people knock it, they still talk about it, and people want to see me wrestle in the dress still.
Yeah.
I think I'm like, right now, I'm by the end of the week, I'll be where I need to be, lean wise, right? So if I had to throw one on for old Lang Syne, I'd look like the same Vito
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And people would be like, how the hell do you look the same? You never age. Noxzema, people, Noxzema.
Rewind, recap, relive. For over 50 episodes, the revolutionary force in wrestling interviews.